Hello friends, in last lecture we started questions based on parallel lines and the transversal. In last lecture we saw just one question. Now in this lecture we'll see some more questions on the same concept. So here is the next question. In the given figure, L, M and N are parallel lines. In the given figure, L, M and N are parallel lines. In the given figure, L, M and N are parallel lines intersected by a transversal intersected by a transversal at P at X, Y and Z at X, Y and Z respectively. Find angle 1, 2 and 3. Find angle 1, 2 and 3. Find angle 1, 2 and 3. So there are three lines which are parallel. These are the three lines which are parallel. Okay. And there is a transversal P. It intersects the lines at X, Y and Z. Lines are L, M and N. Transversal is P. So you have to find the measure of angle 1, 2 and 3. So this is angle 1 according to question. Then this is angle 2 and this is angle 3. Okay, and the given information that this angle is 50 degree. Okay, so we have to find the measure of angle 1, 2 and 3. So let us see how to find the measure of these angles. Okay, so first of all it is given L, M and N are parallel. So here angle 1 and 2 are the corresponding angles. That means whatever is the measure of angle 1 will be the measure of angle 2. Also angle 2 is equal to angle 3. So whatever is the angle of measure of angle 2 will be the angle of measure of angle 3. So here without actually finding we can conclude one thing, that is angle 1 is equal to angle 2 is equal to angle 3. See, 2 and 3 are vertically opposite. So I can say 2 and 3 are equal. Also 1 and 3 are equal because they are alternate interior angles. 1 and 2 are corresponding angles. So now I have to find the measure of any one of the angles to find the measure of remaining angles, because remaining angles are definitely are equal. So now for a while, suppose I remove this line, just for a while, if I remove this line, now which angle you find this two? Angle 50 and angle 30. Do you think there is any relation between these angles? Can I say alternate interior angles? No, because this is interior, this is exterior. There is no relation. Now can I establish any relation between these two angles 50 and 2? No. This is we can't say corresponding angle because this is above the line, this is below the line. So anyhow we have to introduce one more angle to establish the relation. So this was angle 1. I am taking this as angle 4. Now I can say 4 plus 4 equal to 5 because corresponding angles, and I can say 1 plus 4 equal to 180 degree. Okay, so 4 equal to 5, 1 plus 4 equal to 180, so angle 1 will be 130 degree. So it's very easy. So let us see its solution. Here angle 4 and angle 5. Here angle 4 is equal to angle 4 is equal to 50. I am writing directly. Reason why, what is the reason behind this? Why 4 equal to 50? Corresponding angles. corresponding angles. They are corresponding angles, so they are equal. Now angle 1 plus angle 4 is equal to 180 degree. Reason? Linear pair axiom. Linear pair axiom. So these angles equal. So angle 1 plus 50 is equal to 180. Therefore angle 1 is equal to 130 degree. So here I got the measure of angle 1. Now I have to find the measure of angle 2 and angle 3. As I told you, they are directly equal, but definitely I have to give the reason. So now angle 2 is equal to angle 1. Why angle 2 is equal to angle 1? Because they are angle 2 and angle 1 are corresponding angles. Corresponding angles. So angle 2 equal to 130 degree. Now what about angle 3? Now I can write angle 3 is equal to, I can write angle equal to angle 1 because of alternate interior angles, or I can write angle 3 equal to angle 4 because of vertically opposite angle. Anyway I can find the angle 3. So here I am writing angle 3 is equal to angle 2. Reason? Vertically opposite angles. Okay, so here I can say angle 3 is equal to 130 degree. Okay, so here I got the measure of angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, so next question is, in the given figure find the value of x. In the given figure find the value of x. Question is, in the given figure find the value of x. So this is the figure. In the given figure find the value of x. Let the point is A, here it is B, here it is C, O, D, E. One thing more, this is given. This arrow shows that AB and CD are parallel. They are asking to find the measure of angle x. Okay. In the given figure find x. Okay, so I'm changing it little bit. I'm making this angle as x. This is x. This you have to find. Okay, so see how we'll find. So here we have to construct one thing. Suppose if I draw a line parallel to AB as well as parallel to CD, but obviously if I draw a line parallel to AB, by default it will be parallel to CD because AB and CD are parallel. So I will say draw a line PQ parallel to AB. Draw a line PQ parallel to AB. Now let us say this is angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3 and this is angle 4. Now is there any other information? Yes, there are two more informations, that here it is given 30 degree and here it is given 45 degree. So measure of these two angles is also given to you. Now you have to find the value of x. So if you observe here, angle x is a reflex angle. It is more than 180 degree. To obtain the of a reflex angle, we need the measure of this angle. Okay, if we have the measure of this angle, that means if we have the measure of angle 1 and 2 or 1 plus 2, it is easy to find the measure of this complete angle. Okay, if I have the measure of angle CO, let the point is Z, then it is easy to find the measure of X. So first of all I will try to find the measure of angle COZ. So I will start, draw a line PQ. Okay, I will give you the detailed solution of this. Okay, so I will start with the given. What is given over here? Given AB parallel CD. To find X. Okay, now here I need to make a small construction. Okay, so here I will add that point construction. What I'm constructing, I'm drawing a line PQ parallel to AB passing through O. So draw a line PQ parallel AB parallel CD passing through point O. Okay, I'm drawing a line PQ passing through O parallel to AB and CD. So now we'll see its solution. Okay, so AB parallel PQ, why? By construction. Okay, AB parallel PQ, that is the part of construction. So by construction. Okay, when AB parallel PQ, then I can say angle 1 is equal to angle ACO. Okay, therefore angle 1 is equal to angle ACO. Therefore I can say angle 1 is equal to 30 degree. Why angle 1 equal to ACO? Alternate interior angles. Okay, now as I got the measure of angle 1 by taking 130 as the alternate interior angle, similarly I can find the measure of angle 2, for which I have to show that CD is parallel to PQ. Why CD parallel PQ? Because of construction. So as CD parallel PQ, I can say angle 2 is equal to angle DZO. And again the reason is alternate interior angles. So here I got the measure of angle 2, that is 45 degree. See, one thing more, you can add in the given portion that angle ACO equal to 30 degree and angle DZO is equal to 45 degree. Then into find, because here we have to find, so I will write to find X. So here I got the measure of angle 1 and angle 2. Okay, now X is equal to, actually this is reflex X is equal to, I can say 360 degree minus 1 plus 2. Okay, so almost done. So first of all note it down, then I will give you the remaining part of the solution. Okay, so let us see the further solution. Okay, now X is equal to 360 degree minus angle 1 plus angle 2. So X is equal to 360 minus 1 was 30, 2 is 45. So x is equal to 360 minus 75. So x is equal to 285. 285 degrees. That is the value of x. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Next question. In the given figure, find angle QRS. In the given figure, or simply x. In the given figure, find x. So here is the figure that is given. This is the x that you have to find. Let this point is A, let this point is B, C, D and E. Here it is given that AB is parallel to DE and you have to find the x. So what is given to us? Given one more thing is given this angle is 110 degree, as well as measure of this angle is given, that is 130 degree, that is 130 degree. So you have to find this x. So given AB parallel DE. Okay, AB parallel DE. Also it is given angle ABC. Angle ABC is equal to 110 and angle CDE is equal to 130 degree. Okay, what we have to find x, that is angle BCD. Okay, now here again a small construction is required to get the measure of the required angle, and what that is, that extend ED to a point Z such that it meets BC at Q. Okay, so construction, this is the one way, or there is a better way. If I consider a better way, that draw a line parallel to AB and DE passing through C. This will save your time. Let the line is PQ. So construction, draw PQ parallel AB parallel DE, PQ parallel AB parallel DE, passing through point C. Okay, so let's say this is angle 1, this is angle 2. Okay, now let us see its solution part. See, as PQ parallel DE, I can say 1 plus angle CDE equal to 180, because these two angles 1 and CDE form a pair of consecutive interior angles. on the same side of the transversal. So here I can write PQ parallel DE. Therefore, as PQ parallel DE, I can say therefore angle DCQ plus angle CDE is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, I can say angle 1 plus 130 is equal to 180 degree, and hence I will be able to get the measure of angle 1, that is 50 degree. Okay. Now why DCQ and CDE equal to 180 degree? Reason behind this is co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are supplementary. Now again I can write PQ parallel AB. Okay, here why PQ parallel DE? By construction. Similarly, here I can write by construction. Whatever you write, you have to write the reason beside that. Okay, so PQ parallel AB, this gives me angle PCB plus angle ABC is equal to 180 degree. So now angle PCB is actually angle 2. Okay, angle PCB is angle 2, and what is angle ABC? That is 110, that is equal to 180 degree. Therefore, angle 2 is equal to 70 degree. Now, I got measure of angle 1 as well as measure of angle 2, but neither I am asked to find angle 1 nor angle 2. I have to find x. Then what is the use of these two angles to find the measure of x? See, now 1 plus x plus 2 equal to 180 degree, because PQ is a line. By construction, PQ is a line, so these three angles form a linear pair. Note it down up to this point, then I will give you the remaining solution. Okay, so now PQ is a line, therefore angle 1 plus x plus angle 2 is equal to 180 degree, linear pair axiom. Okay, linear pair axiom. So now angle 1 is equal to 50, x we have to find, and angle 2 is 70 is equal to 180 degree. So I can say x is equal to 180 minus 120. So ultimately I got x is equal to 60 degree. Okay, so please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. In the given figure, AB parallel CD and in the given figure, AB parallel CD and EF parallel DQ and EF parallel DQ. Find angle PQ, find angle PDQ, AED DEF, AED DEF. These three angles you have to find. Okay, diagram is given in the question, so let us see the diagram first and then we'll see how to get the measure of the unknown angles. Okay, something like this is the diagram. Here it is, points are given A, this point is E, this point is B, A, E, B, then this point is D, this point is Q, this point is F. Okay, this point is C and this point is P. Okay, so in this figure it is given AB parallel CD. So this AB is parallel to CD. First of all, these two are parallel. Also it is given DQ parallel EF. Okay, we have to find angle PDQ, so I am writing it angle 1. Then we have to find angle AED, so I am writing it angle 2. And next we have to find angle DEF. So here I am writing it angle 3. So we have to find angle 1, 2 and 3. So is there anything given? Yes, in the diagram it is given 75 degrees and one more angle is given. This angle is 40 degree. Okay, so these two angles are given. Okay, not in the question but in the diagram, and diagram in the question. So actually we can say this information is given in the question itself. Okay, and we have to find measure of these angles. This is 40 degrees, not 48. Okay, so first of all, write what we have given. We have given AB parallel CD, EF parallel DF, not EF parallel DQ, EF parallel DQ, that is given. Okay, angle CDP equal to 40 degree, angle FEB is equal to 75 degree. That is given. To find what we have to find, I am not writing these angles, I am just writing angle 1, angle 2, angle 3. See, to find means we have to find the measure of those angles. Okay, now we start its solution. I won't write proof because I have to find. So solution. Okay, so see, this DQ is parallel to this. So can I say these two are parallel lines? So angle 1 equal to angle 3. Okay, but 1 equal to 3 is not going to give you any of the measure of the angles. See, here AB is parallel to CD. So AB and CD are parallel. So simply we can say these two angles, 2 and angle CDP or PDC, are forming a pair of corresponding angles. So here I will get the measure of angle 2. As soon I get the measurement of angle 2, which is 40 degree, I can apply angle 2 plus angle 3 plus 75 degree equal to 180 degree by linear pair, because this is a line. So I have the measure of angle 2, I have the 75 degree, so I will be able to find the measure of angle 3, and 3 and 1 are again corresponding angle because DQ and EF are parallel. So in that way I will be able to get the measure of angle 1 also. But here I am giving you the complete solution. So here, or simply I can say CD parallel AE parallel CD, sorry, AE parallel CD, yes, AE parallel CD. Why AE parallel CD? Because AB parallel CD. If two lines are parallel, their parts are definitely parallel. And therefore, as these lines are parallel, I can say angle 2 is equal to angle CDP. Angle CDP. Why? Because they are forming corresponding angles. Okay, corresponding angles. Therefore, angle 2 is equal to 40 degree. Why? Because angle CDP is equal to 40 degree. That is given. Okay, so here we got the measure of angle 2. We have to find the measure of angle 1, 2 and 3. So here I got the measure of angle 2. Now AB is a line. Now AB is a line. As AB is a line, I can say angle 2 plus angle 3 plus angle BEF. Angle BEF is equal to 180 degree. Reason, what I will write? Linear pair axiom. Okay, as I told you, this linear pair axiom is very important. I gave you the concept of linear pair axiom as well as I gave you the revision of that. So it's very important. Please be ready with this. So now angle 2 is 40 degree. Angle 3 we have to find, and angle BEF is 75 degree. So here I can say angle 3 is equal to 180 minus 75 plus 40 is 115. 180 minus this 115. So ultimately angle 3 is equal to 65 degrees. Okay, so here I got the measure of angle 3 as well. Now next what I have to find? Now next I have to find the measure of angle 1. And I told you 1 and 3 are corresponding angles because DQ is parallel EF. So definitely 1 is going to be equal to 65 degree. But how we have to write for that? First of all, note it down, then I will give the remaining solution. Okay, actually I need this diagram. Okay, this was 40 and this I took as angle 1. This point is CDP. Okay, so okay, now I will write now DQ parallel EF. DQ parallel. Why DQ parallel EF? Or from where we got this? It is given in the question. Therefore I can say angle 1 is equal to angle 3. Why? Because of corresponding angles. See, actually when I write corresponding angle, it means I actually want to say as lines are parallel, therefore corresponding angles are equal. So no need to write this complete statement, only corresponding angles if you write, it is sufficient. Now therefore I can say 1 is equal to 65 degree because angle 3 is equal to 65 degree. How I got angle 3 equal to 65 degree? That is over here. So here I can write angle 3 equal to 65 degree from 1. Let be this is the equation number 1. So here I got the measure of angle 1 as well. So I got the measure of all three angles 1, 2 and 3. So please note it down, then we'll see the next question. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, next question is prove that the bisectors GM and HL, or simply prove that the bisectors of, prove that the bisectors of alternate angles respectively prove that the bisectors of the alternate angles formed by parallel lines are parallel. Okay, what you have to prove? You have to prove the bisection of alternate interior angles. See here, alternate, only alternate is written. It is not written alternate interior or alternate exterior. So when interior or exterior, that word is not given, by default we have to consider that we are talking about alternate interior angles. Okay, so question is that if the we have to prove the bisectors of alternate interior angles formed by the parallel lines are parallel. That means here they want to say if there are two lines which are parallel to each other. Okay, let there is a line AB and let there is a line CD. Okay, now it is given that AB and CD are parallel. Lines AB and line CD are parallel to each other. So what you have now, as they are parallel and there is a transversal, so let the name is Q and D. See, read the question once again. Prove that the bisectors of alternate angles. So here alternate angles are this and this, AQD and QD, QZD are the alternate angles, isn't it? AQD and QZD, these are the alternate angles. So we have to prove their bisectors are parallel. If the lines are also parallel, that means these alternate AQZ and QZD are formed with the help of parallel lines. So here we can write what we have given. Given AQZ and QZD are alternate interior angles, or here we can say, let this is L, given AB parallel CD and transversal L that is given. Also given angle AQZ AB and CD are parallel and L is the transversal. Okay, also it is given also QM and ZN. Also QM bisects QM bisects angle AQZ. Okay, QM bisects angle AQZ is given. Okay, prove that the bisector, so bisector must be there, so QM is the bisector. Similarly ZN bisector. Okay, and ZN bisects angle QZD. Okay, so what we have to prove, let us see what we have to prove. To prove that QM parallel ZN. Okay, these are parallel, that we have to prove. Now read the question. Prove that bisectors, that is QM and ZN, are of alternate angle, that is AQZ and QZD, formed by parallel lines are parallel. So you have to prove QM is parallel to ZN. So let us see its proof. I'm saying this is angle 1 and saying this is angle 2. Okay, so here first of all AB parallel CD, why it is given as AB parallel CD, therefore I can say angle AQZ is equal to angle AQZ is equal to angle QZD. Why these two angles equal? Because they are alternate interior angles. Okay, as and the lines are parallel, so they will be equal as well. So here reason alternate interior angles. Okay, now these two angles are equal, so definitely we can say their halves will be equal. So here I can say angle AQZ by 2 is equal to angle QZD by 2, isn't it? Angle AQZ by 2 is equal to angle QZD by 2. As the angles are equal, their halves will be equal. Now see, AQZ, if I make it half, I can say angle 1 because QM bisects angle AQZ. So here I can add also, that is, here I will write, that is angle AQZ by 2, angle AQZ by 2 is equal to angle 1, and over here I will write, therefore angle QZD by 2 is equal to angle 2. Okay, again I am repeating, because QM bisects angle AQZ, I can say angle 1 of this angle. When I say angle 1, and that means I am talking about this angle will be half of this complete angle. Similarly, when I say ZN is bisector, I can say this smaller angle is half of this QZD. Okay, so here AQZ by 2 can be written as angle 1, and this can be written as angle 2. Okay, now what I will get from this? Here I proved 1 equal to 2. Now if you observe, for this particular lines, for these two lines, if I consider this is a transversal, 1 and 2 form a pair of alternate interior angles, and we know if the alternate interior angles formed by two lines with a transversal are equal, then lines are parallel. So here, as 1 equal to 2 and these two are formed by transversal QZ with lines QM and ZN, therefore I can conclude that QM will be parallel to ZN. Okay, so therefore angle 1 and 2, but angle 1 and angle 2 are alternate interior angles formed by transversal QZ or L, formed by transversal QZ with lines or line segments or rays QM, or simply I write with QM and ZN, with QM and ZN. Therefore I can say QM parallel to ZN, QM parallel to ZN. Hence proof. Note it down, then I will give you the quick explanation of the same question once again. Okay, so once again we'll see the question. What we have to prove? We have to prove bisectors are parallel. Bisector of what? Bisector of alternate interior angles. Now these alternate interior angles are actually formed by parallel lines. That means AQZ and QZD, these alternates are formed by parallel lines AB and CD. So we can say AB is parallel to CD, it is given, and transversal L makes angle AQZ, QZD, which are equal. Okay. So now bisectors of these, that is QM and ZN, are parallel, that we have to prove. So what I did, I simply said AQZ equal to QZD because lines are parallel, so alternate interior angles will be equal. Now these two rays bisect the angles, so as these angles are equal, their halves will be equal. So half of this angle is angle 1, that we saw in the topic under the angle bisector. Okay. So half of this complete angle is this angle 1. Similarly, half of this complete QZD is angle 2. So we proved two are equal, and we know that if two angles are equal, or two, actually angle 1 and angle 2 are alternate interior angles. Okay, they are alternate interior angles and they are equal. And when the alternate interior angles are equal, then those two lines by which those angles are made will be parallel. So here 1 and 2 are the alternate interior angles which are equal. Okay, now these two angles are formed by transversal QZ with lines QM and ZN. That's why we can say QM is parallel to ZN. Okay, now let us see the next question. Okay, so next question is, in the given figure, okay, next question is, in the given figure, DE parallel AF, DE parallel AF, AD parallel FG, and AD parallel FG. Find the values of X and Y. Find X and Y. So let us see its diagram. It is something like this. So this is A, B, C, this point is D, this point is F, E and G, this point is E and this point is G. Okay, so we have to find the values of X and Y. So let us see where is X and Y. This is Y and this angle is X. Also some angles are given. Here it is given 60 degree. Okay, another angle, this is given 95 degree, and this angle is given 30 degree. Okay, so these three angles are given to you, and X and Y you have to find. Also it is given DE parallel AF. So DE, that means this is parallel to AF, as well as it is given AD parallel FG. AD parallel FG. So this AD parallel this FG. These two lines are parallel, these two lines are parallel. This is 60 degree, 95 degree, 30 degree. Now you have to find the measure of x as well as y. See, first of all, it is given DE parallel AF. Okay, so here I'm directly giving you the solution. I'm not writing given and what to find. I'm just giving you the solution directly. Solution. See, DE parallel AF, as DE parallel AF, I can say this angle EDA, angle EDA plus angle 1, I'm taking this as angle 1, is equal to 180 degree. Okay, why? Because these two angles are on the same side of the transversal. See, if this is a transversal, these two are the parallel lines, so these two angles are on the same side of the transversal. That means they are co-interior angle or consecutive interior angles. So angle 1 plus angle EDA equal to 180. Reason, co-interior angles are supplementary. Okay, now EDA is given 95 plus angle 1 equal to 180. So I can say angle 1 is equal to 85 degree. Okay, here I got the measure of angle 1. Now as angle 1 is 85, I can say this will be 85, vertically opposite angle. I'm saying it angle 2. Now angle 2 is equal to angle 1. Reason, vertically opposite angles. Okay, so I can say angle 2 is equal to 85. So here I got the measure of 2. Now 2 plus 60 plus y equal to 180 by the property of sum of all three angles of a triangle. Okay, so now in triangle ABC, I can write 60 plus angle 2 plus y equal to 180 degree. So 60 plus, now 2 is 85 plus y is equal to 180 degree. So I can say y is equal to 180 minus 145. Therefore I can say y is equal to 35 degree. Okay, so here I got the measure of one angle that I was required to find, y. Okay, so note it down. Okay, now how to find x, that I am going to give you small explanation, and remaining part you have to do at your home. I will just give you small explanation that how you have to obtain the measure of angle x. Okay, this angle is 30, it is given. Now what I have to do, I have to produce this DE so that it meets over here, let the point is Q. Okay, now see this triangle GEQ. Also it is given these two lines are parallel. Okay, and these two are also parallel. So this is 95. As these two lines are parallel, this angle will be 95. Okay, it is given that DQ is parallel to DE is parallel to AF. If I say DE parallel AF, it means DQ parallel AF. It is also given that this FG is parallel to, see, this FG is parallel to DA. FG parallel DA, so I can say GQ parallel DA. So these two will be alternate interior angles. Okay, let me give you the solution that will be helpful for you. So now what I have to do now, produce DE to meet FG at Q. Okay, now FG parallel AD, therefore I can say GQ parallel DA, isn't it? Okay, try to understand. This complete line is parallel to this, so but obviously this small part will be parallel to this. Therefore I can say angle EQG, therefore angle EQG is equal to angle QDA, therefore I can say angle EQG is equal to 95 degree. Okay, so here I got the measure of this angle 95. Okay, now in triangle GEQ, now in triangle GEQ I can write angle GEQ plus angle EQG plus this 30 degree is equal to 180 degree. Therefore angle GEQ plus 95 plus 30 is equal to 180 degree. Okay, therefore I can say angle GEQ is equal to 180 minus 125, that is equal to 55 degrees. Okay, so here this angle is 55. Okay, angle GEQ is equal to 55. I got the measure of this. Now angle GEQ, this angle GEQ plus this X form a linear pair, isn't it? So now GEQ plus X is equal to 180 degree. So 55 plus X is equal to 180 degree. Therefore X is equal to 125 degrees. So here we got the final answer, that is value of X as well. Okay, so please note it down. So that is all about today's lecture. Now in next lecture we will see some more questions. Till then, bye, thank you, take care, stay at home.